Morning, everyone. Welcome to our next episode of Excel, Introduction to Excel, Microsoft Excel application. In this session, we are going to look at how to create formulas. Let's start with a simple arithmetic computation using Microsoft Excel. So I already have my work. All the work we have been doing is under sheet 1. Now I want us to use sheet 2 for something else. So I will highlight only these 3 columns, copy using the normal copy or using Ctrl C, and go to sheet 2. When we come to where we want to paste our record, since we have already copied it, we click on formatting, on paste and select keep source column width so that we don't need to adjust the width. It will keep us the same width as the source of the data. So this is how to paste it. But if we didn't select that, let's assume we just click on paste. It will just paste it like this, but we don't want to do that. So let's just undo. So now we have our record here. Let's create a column for a math score. Then we create for, let's say, physics. Let's use abbreviation. We just want to use these two. And finally, we have our own total. So we copy this particular property, we select, and we can apply it to this one so that we have, even though it's not the same thing. So let me just undo again. Let me highlight the entire table and select and apply table formatting. So now, after doing this, what we are going to do next is to put our scores for both mathematics and also physics. To put the scores, we go ahead and assign, let's say, 50 for math, 89, 57, 76, 23, 34, and 29. We also go for physics. We provide random numbers as their scores for each subject. Then 56. And when we are done, we come to this area and get the total. Arithmetically, to get the total is this plus this, 50 plus 56, which will give us 106. But we're not going to type 106. The beauty with Excel, we can write a formula. Among the standard, it is a standard whenever you want to write a formula or function, you have to start with equal sign. Then you put the cell reference. This place is D. The reference of this 50 is D4. So we just type is equals to D4. Then plus, the next one is E4. We just type the E4. The moment you type the cell reference, it will highlight the cell you are referring to and press enter. Since we have already formatted our table using table format, it will apply the formula to the last record you have on your clear the formatting. Make it normal Excel. Let me apply the formatting again, the formula again. Or if you are using this one, so we go ahead and say it's equals to, we put D4 plus E4. So you can type or you can just select. It will give you your answer. But when you are done with one, you are not expected to go again and keep on typing D5 plus E5. No. It's better if you have at least one formula, you can drag it, you take your you select that particular formula, you take your cursor to that particular edge, that particular dot by the right down corner. The moment you click, you can drag. This will apply formula to the rest of the cells. Or let me do undo. Sorry, I have to press Control Z again to reverse. So to do automatically, apart from dragging, you just go to there. When the cursor turns to this black plus sign, you just double click. It will apply to the rest of the cells. So anytime you have modification on the score, the Excel will just give you the updated result. So any update you have in the result, it will reflect automatically. Formula is, you say is equals to the first cell you added with the second cell. So this is how to add a formula, how to add two or more cells together. Again, let's use using function, sum total using function. This one we have seen using formula, but to use the function, you say it's equals to sum, you open a bracket, you put the first one, comma, the second one, then you close. So if you have two cells, you just put the cell reference of the first one, comma, the second one. If you have 7 cells, you put the first one, comma, the second one, comma, until you reach the last one. Then you close your bracket, you just press enter. The same thing, you just click and double click, or you click and drag. You select, you hold, and you drag. This will apply the formula to the rest of the record. So this is the second method on hand, how to add two or more cells. But let's add a third cell, a column. Let's call this one for the chemistry with 87, 45. So random numbers like this, so that we see how can we add for more than 2 cells. For 2 cells, it's just 1 comma the second one. But to do for the third one, another total, that is for the 3 subject, we say is equals to the same thing sum, we open a bracket. So when you have more than 2 cells, it's uncalled for to keep on mentioning the cells and you are putting comma, unless if they are randomly from located at different areas, far away, not adjacent to each other. But if they are adjacent to each other, what you need, you just put the first one, D4, you put colon, then you put the last one on the row, which is what, F4. By doing that, it will highlight from the first one to the last one, meaning you want it to sum up all the cells that are between D4 and E4. So here we have 3, so it will sum up the 3. If there are 8, it will start from the beginning cell and reach and sum it up to the last cell reference you put. So now we are going to have this for the 3 subject, but these ones are for the 2 subject. If we are to include the third subject here, we just say comma, the third one, and just close it. We have already the closing bracket. So we apply the formula to the rest of the cells. You see, now we have the same figures. So this is how to use a formula to add up 2 or more cells. Even if you have, for example, for division, for subtraction, you use it to divide or subtract. For example, now we want to have what is the difference between the total with the 3 cells and the total with the 4 cells. Let's hide this one. To hide a cell, a column, you right click on it and just select hide. This will hide a column. So let's see the difference between the two totals. So now we say is equals to the total with the 3 subject minus the total with the 2 subject. So now this is the difference between the first total and also the second total. If you look at it, the total is exactly similar to our chemistry score. That is the difference between the first total that consists of the physics and mathematics scores, and also the total with all the 3 subjects. So to subtract, you put the first cell minus the second cell. If you want to multiply, you just use asterisk, the first cell multiplied by the second cell. This will give you the result of multiplication. You can also use a number, you multiply it by a particular, let's say we want to multiply the total from the 2 subject, we multiply by 2. So when you select 2 equals to 2, you put asterisk, that is for multiplication, times the content of G4. This will give us the multiplication of all this, the first total multiplied by 2. So to multiply, you use asterisk, and to divide, you use is equals to, let's say we want to divide the total from the total of the two subjects, we divide by 2. So you say it's equals to G4 / then 2. This will give you exactly the division, the half of each of this particular total. So at least we have seen how to add using the normal plus sign is equals to the first cell plus the second cell. Then we have also seen how to use a sum function to sum up from the first column to the last column. But how there is another function which I think we need to look at it before we close for this video, is what average. How do you take average? Because average is very important also in Excel. You just say it's equals to average. As you are typing, it will give you different function. Which one do you want? We want to use the average. So we put the average. We want to take the average of these three subjects. So we just, actually the third method of providing the cells, instead of, if you don't want to type, you just click and you drag. It will give you all the ranges of all the cells that you want to take average on. Even if it is summation, you say it's equals to sum. You just click the first one, you drag up to the last one. So it will give you the first cell, column, the last cell. So this one will take the average of these three schools. So this is how to compute average. You say it's equals to average. You put the average in full, like the sum. For summation, we put sum, the abbreviation. But for the average, we put the average in full and put the number of cells inside. So it's going to take the total divided by 3. If we want to do it manually, we just use the is equals to the total of the 3 subjects divided by 3. This will also give us the same average as the function. So you can use a function to get the average, and you can also use normal arithmetic to get the average. So you choose which one you want to use whenever you are during computation with Excel. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to have more videos, as the notification for more videos as they're added. Thank you very much.